Greetings, sir.
At your command?
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Ah, it's the great...
Dee-da, da, dee-da, da.
that was fun!
Without more stars. It's for the
Where'd
best
you
all
learn
these
to
soldiers on the
dance
street
like
and
that?
stuff. Otherwise, civilization would collapse, wouldn't it?
Hello, sir.
Ready to serve, Your Majesty?
Ah, it's our mighty king. Hello.
It's more beautiful than I dared to imagine. And heavy, too. Our experts estimate it's worth a small fortune. Of course, now the question becomes, what do you wish to do with this fine stone? Shall I deposit the money from the sale into the treasury? Or perhaps you would prefer the funds were channeled into, let us say, a more personal account? A truly selfless act. I am constantly in awe of your generous and noble spirit. Putting the safety of your people before your own reward. Bravo, Your Majesty. Bravo. The Treasury's health is robust, but we must always be wary of unnecessary expenditures and watch out for possible avenues of profit. With that in mind, I would like to discuss the thorny issue of child benefits, which were abolished under your brother's rule. There are vocal elements within the community who are clamoring for us to bring it back. In the interests of the Treasury, and of the long-term welfare of the people, I have a counter-proposal. It's somewhat radical, but rather brilliant, if you don't mind me saying. We charge people for every child they have. This would keep the population low, but more importantly, the Treasury high. Is it really fair to bring new life into such an uncertain world? And won't that gold go to help the children who have already been born? Of course, you may also choose to keep Logan's policies. The matter is entirely in your hands. Very well, Your Majesty. The breeders amongst the rabble will be ecstatic, I'm sure. Perhaps you are considering making a personal donation to the Treasury to make up for the shortfall. It is entirely your decision, as always. Shall we proceed with the rest of your appointments? Here is the royal agenda for the day. As you can see, you have 2 audiences in the throne room to begin. I've heard rumors that Reaver's latest proposals are both scandalous and delicious. It should be most entertaining.
Your Majesty.
Ah, my lord. Sir? What's your name, Twinkle Toe? Oh, hello. Whoa! All right. Hello. Great stuff. Do me a favour, and I'll be a real mate. I need something fetched for me. Can you do it?
His Majesty, the King of Albion.
Your Majesty, so good to see you, Your Grace. Your wonderfulness, your munificence.
I think you will find my proposal today quite delicious.
This hearing concerns the future of the Bowerstone Shelter and Orphanage. Paige will speak for the disenfranchised people of the city. Reva will dispute her cause.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, the shelter has long been the only refuge for the homeless, the poor, and the orphaned. And until we can change the whole world for the better, it will continue to be their only hope of survival. Isn't it time we held out a helping hand to those who need it most? The shelter is underfunded and the building has fallen into disrepair. Invest in the shelter and orphanage, and perhaps we can begin to create a better future for Albion's forgotten people.
I could not agree more. The city and its people are in dire need. But it is not charity they require. It is love. I propose we use this dilapidated building to help both them and ourselves. For love and money have always gone hand in hand. Let us inaugurate Bowerstone's first brothel.
A brothel?
Brothel, bordello, whorehouse. The name is unimportant. What matters is that the people get the love they need, and we get their money.
Yes, it's for your Majesty to decide. Refurnish the shelter and orphanage, or convert it into a house of ill repute.
The poor of this city have suffered enough. We will renovate the shelter and orphanage.
The Bowerstone Shelter shall be refurbished at the Crown's expense.
Thank you, Your Majesty. You've done the right thing.
As you wish, Your Majesty. The parentless tykes and their destitute friends shall have a palace to call their own. Are you a beggar, too lazy to own your own clothes? Or perhaps an orphan, aching for a bowl of gruel? Then come to Reva Industries Shelter and Orphanage, where you'll find food, beds, clothes, and even new parents. No matter who you are, we care, even if you don't deserve it.
Today, you will deal with a pressing environmental issue: the disposal of the city's waste. Reva will offer his proposal. A member of the Morningwood community will stand against him.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, I'm sure you will have noticed a certain aroma permeating the city of late, even more nauseating than usual. I fear it is not merely the stench of the underprivileged. Bowerstone is beginning to have a serious waste disposal issue. We
Morningwood is
require
to be
an
left
inexpensive
unspoiled.
and efficient solution.
We will find
and I
other ways to
believe
deal
I
with
have
Bowerstone's
hit upon
sewage problem.
The king has spoken. Morningwood shall not be used as a waste site. The sanitation committee will look into safer alternatives.
Groovy. You are like a majestuous eagle, Your Majesty. You are in touch with your inner innards. Granny Nature thanks you from, like, the bottom of her heart.
A pity. I must admit I was rather looking forward to breathing fresh air, but I'm sure Your Majesty knows best. There is nothing as important as the health and hygiene of our citizens. As such, Reva Industries is delighted to announce the opening of the Bowerstone Sewage Recycling Facility, because there can be no affluence without effluence.
The day is almost over, Your Majesty. Only one more appointment left. Paige has requested a meeting in the old rebel headquarters. How very cloak and dagger. I wonder what she wants.
Hello. The armory is at your disposal. With a rifle, a skilled shooter can hit targets at significant range and inflict considerable damage. Any one of these is ideal for home defense.
feel like celebrating today. Because today's the day you die. Ha! Well, looks aren't everything. What are you? I think your weapon might be better. That's you! You look familiar. Oh yeah, I remember. You look just like this girlie I used to shag! I like to think about puppies. About slowly crushing them. I was hoping you'd come round. I could use a good laugh. Excuse me, have you got the time to get stuffed? Winter's my favourite season. I love the snow. And that's when most people die. For my money, men make the best heroes. Present company.
How are you this fine day, sir?
Hello.
If only everyone was like you.
Woohoo! Yeah!
My lord.
Oh, please,
Whoa,
please, great
yeah.
hero.
What have you got?
Can I have your autograph?
Package has been dropped off, has it? That's nice. That's terrific. We're best mates now. And that's the end of it.
Ah.
Kids.
You always do the right thing, don't you? Dad's always telling me to do that.
Is getting out of hand. Someone needs to deal with this cutthroat gang before they ruin this town completely.
If I give you this, will you do something for me?
The king!
Yeah.
As Mummy says, the big king!
Yeah.
Nice!
Fine. Be like that.
There you are, Your Majesty. For you.
I consider myself lucky to be able to call you a friend.
I might seem a bit rough on the outside, but underneath, I'm real rough.
Can I be of service, my lord?
We're not worthy. Wow! Look!
You have triumphed in many battles. I wonder, have any of those victories had any significance? Countless brigands, chiefs, and generals have made war before you, slaughtering their fellows until the ground became sodden and crimson. Yet despite all this bloodshed, there is no end to conflict. All the questions they fought to settle remain open. War is self-sustaining. War will never end, because there will always be those willing to wage it, unless you kill them. And that will require a massive weapon of supreme, devastating power. Have you got anything like that? Come on now, give us a look.
Excuse me. Let's go play some jokes or something later.
If you can't find it...
You seem like a very nice person. I kill nice people, you know.
Hi, big shot.
Sir? My whole family thanks you from the bottom of our hearts.
Your reputation precedes you. You're decent through and through.
Ah, it's the great ruler.
Good day. Hey!
Ah, it's our mighty king.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Ah.
Oh, you.
I'd love to have your autograph.
It's the great
I'm a big
ruler.
fan.
Hello.
Yippee!
Oh, do show us, please.
There's some big shortages in this town. I could make a fortune if I knew where to get the right supplies.
Wahey!
Hello, superhero.
But on a street that wasn't nearly this nice.
3 cheers! Hooray! Hooray! And one.
Yeah!
Hello,
Hooray!
great king.
Hello, your lordship.
Hooray!
Your Majesty. Here.
Oh,
I
what
love
you
your
I
autograph.
thought I would starve for sure.
Oh, so you know.
It's not every day a king walks into the rebel headquarters. You've changed the world since we last stood here. Good. Kid went undercover with a gang of robbers and found out their plans. They're going to strike the tavern in Bowerstone Market. If you get there in time, you can stop the raid. And at least one of those thugs must know where Ferret is holed up.
Seeing you brings back memories of wanting my eyes gouged out.
I need money to get drunk. Isn't honesty worth something?
My king?
My lord?
It's a
At your
great
command.
day to be alive. And a better day to kill.
If you cooperate, you won't get hurt. But if you give us any trouble, we'll kill you. Now, just so you know we mean business, I'd like one of you to give us trouble, so we can kill him as an example to the rest. Who's it gonna be then? Oh look, we have a volunteer. The king, no less. Have at him, fellas.
Never kill
It is no longer advantageous for any of us to frequent the hideout in Industrial. Presently, I shall inaugurate a new centre of operations in Bowerstone Market. You've been provided with a key which will permit access. Please endeavour to prevent its transference to an unauthorised individual.
Best ruler we've had around here. If you've got the right stuff to sell, you can make a nice profit. Oh,
I sensed
Whoa,
your presence
can't
before
wait.
you even
Really?
arrived.
You can really
What
appreciate
do
the
you
sewer
eat?
system in this town.
Nice weapon you've got there. What are you? Compensating for something?
Hey, where'd you get those shoes? Oh, they're not bad.
My favourite things are music and sunshine and love.
Look,
and
there's the
cake.
king.
For a job as a blacksmith? I'd love
King Logan is an evil tyrant. Monarchy, what is it good for? Never should the lives of the many be controlled by the will of one man. Or woman. Seen that. Doesn't work either. Anyway, what we need is a republic. In the past, I've called for democracy, but I was speaking to some people and they really opened my eyes to this republic thing. Rise up to overthrow the monstrous autocrat. In the meantime, appoint me as supreme ruler. I will faithfully oversee the transition from monarchy to republic, strictly on a temporary basis. Really, no, really, I mean it. You can trust me.
I'd like to help you in your quest to save the world. Here, let me hold your brassiere. Excuse me, have you got the time to get stuffed?
Ah, don't chop my head off, Your Majesty.
Must be nice being able to lick your own privates. But doesn't that embarrass your dog? You know what I like most about people? They die. I can't decide whether I like your looks or your personality better. It's like comparing mud to
Can't
sewing.
wait to see what you've got.
good to see something being done to help
Seeing
the
you
poor
brings
for a
back
change.
memories of wanting my eyes
You
gouged
got an
out.
order or what? Ooh.
How are you this fine day, sir?
I like to think about
A shot of
puppies.
Oakfield rum,
About
please.
slowly crushing them.
Oh, nearly gave me a heart attack.
Gave me a bit of a fright there.
When people tell you you're good, they mean you're a goody two-shoes. When they say I'm good, they mean I'm a fiend in the sack.
That's chilling, Your Majesty.
Here, doggy, come over here and die. Sometimes I just want someone to talk to. And sometimes I want someone to kick in the crotch. Those are nice shoes. But don't you think your grand's feet are cold without them? It's a great day to be alive. And a better day to kill.
Much obliged.
Stalls now open.
I think your weapon might be bent.
really stings
Oh no,
me.
wait! That's you! Nice weapon you've got there. What are you? Compensating for something? I've said it before and I'll say it again. I hate you.
While my accomplices spent or gambled most of their earnings, I saved every gold coin I could to fulfill my burning ambition of exploring Albion one day and becoming a great adventurer, such as the ones whose stories I'd read in two-penny pamphlets and third-hand storybooks. More than anything, I wanted to meet heroes, though I knew their heyday had long passed and that the aging ruler of the kingdom was the last. It was the death of this ruler when I was 15 years of age that marked the beginning of a series of tragedies that were to befall my family. First, my eldest brother, Jason, was killed in a duel with an irate farmer who also happened to be the husband of Jason's last sexual conquest. The duel was fought using pitchforks, and my brother, who had never done an honest day's work in his life, made the fatal mistake of holding the farming tool the wrong way round. It was shortly after this incident that the second eldest, William, was arrested for trying to run a con game by the wrong person, a passing plainclothes townsguard. He was taken to Bowerstone and was never heard of again. Then, my third brother, Quentin, contrived to accumulate enough gambling debts to have a price put on his head. Quentin's death I remember most clearly of all, for I was unfortunate enough to witness it. When the assassins and bounty hunters came to collect his suddenly valuable head, I did what I could to protect him, but no matter how accurate the shots from my rifle, nothing could change the fact that I was shooting peas instead of bullets. I had not yet been able to afford a real weapon. It is no surprise that the next to go was my dear mother, grief-stricken by the loss of 3 of her children. She left my father a drunken widower, though drunk only when he could afford it, poverty having made his attempts to drown his sorrows all the harder. While I did what I could to help out in his shop, employing all my charm and wit to become a highly persuasive salesman, it was plain that there was never going to be much of a market for novelty toothbrushes in such a small village, and one which had made such a conscious effort to avoid any form of oral hygiene at that. Soon my father passed away too, far more sober than he would have liked. It was then that I resolved to leave Gunk for good, and to seek my fortunes and my adventures elsewhere in the kingdom of Albion.
At your orders.
Anyone helping you?
Thanks
Sure is something to see. Nice taking your money. All right, you...
I'm at your
Won't
command.
find tastier drinks than
Your
mine.
Majesty.
Nice to see we've cleaned up our...
Greetings, sir.
Hello, great lord.
Yes, yeah!
Any chance for a royal autograph, Your Majesty?
Our owner is
Please?
famous. That means we're better.
Unbelievable.
Can I have some gold chocolate? Please?
Yippee!
Everybody needs to eat.
Oh, wow! Wow! Hi!
Fine, you can keep your stupid autograph. I don't want it anymore.
I like playing with you.
Pretty much what you'd expect these days.
Don't blame me for the prices. Blame the thriving economy.
I've always dreamt of owning my own shop.
Looking for something special? Or will it just be the regular stuff today?
Thanks for that, love.
Always happy to help.
Is all well, my lord?
Massive shortages round here.
At your command.
Nutritious products to satisfy all your gluttonous needs. Nutritious products to satisfy all your gluttonous needs.
You again. It does tend to obviate the entire objective of maintaining a secret hideout if your enemies can simply infiltrate whenever they've the inclination. Lads, perform the specific services for which I employ you. Expeditiously.
Huh?
Kill him. Fast.
Damn dog is dangerous too.
Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick. Ha! How about that for a block then, you bug?
Oi! Leave him alone. He's a friend of mine.
My dear Bob, you're a ruthless crook and a big booby as well. And since you are a ruthless crook, I'm not signing this letter so that I can remain anonymous. Ha ha! Yours, Arthur. Oh.
I can't live one more day in this cell.
You're a worm on a hook.
I believe I can state with relative confidence that your efforts are in vain. Even should it transpire that you vanquish my associates, this door is completely impenetrable. In addition to which, this cell contains a secret egress through which I may abscond whenever I desire. Meanwhile, my compatriots shall brutalize your person.
You haven't lost your touch. I'm surprised his men were foolish enough to fight you.
Now, truth be told, my superlative intellect notwithstanding, it would appear this is not, in fact, the specific cell I so confidently referenced earlier. The one with the secret exit has 2 beds. All right, you have prevailed, Your Majesty. I concede. However, I entreat you to entertain a certain proposal.
You have nothing to offer, Ferret. It's over.
That pronouncement is objectively devoid of merit. I happen to have on my person a substantial quantity of currency. Let me go free, and the money is yours.
As far as I'm concerned, you can stay in there and rot. But that's for the
You
king to
royal
decide.
miscreant! This grievous malefaction shall be rewarded with equally grievous retribution.
I'm sorry to say we are falling well short of expectations. The treasury holds nowhere near enough gold. But the kingdom demands your attention once more. The time has come to make a decision on Albion's drinking laws. Under Logan's rule, our citizens are restricted in the amount of alcohol they can purchase per day. As you can imagine, this has proved a rather unpopular measure. And yet many respected members of the community think the law does not go far enough. They would like alcohol consumption wholly abolished among the commoners. They feel, rather reasonably, that it leads to improper behavior and raucous public spectacles. These concerned nobles are willing to pay handsomely for the change in policy. Meanwhile, the commoners themselves would like the restrictions completely lifted, claiming they infringe upon their freedom and their rights. You cannot please everyone, Your Majesty, but you must make a decision. Very good. Perhaps this is not the time to be implementing radical new measures. It will give both the gentry and the rabble something to complain about. Who knows? It may take their minds off their impending doom. Let us move on to other matters, Your Majesty. You have a busy day in the throne room ahead. Samuel, the head of the Brightwall Academy, is ready to plead his case. I sincerely hope he isn't after a handout, though I'm sure Master Reaver will be the voice of reason, as always.
At your command.
Wahey!
Majesty. His Majesty, the King of Albion.
Today you decide on the status of the Brightwall Academy, Your Majesty.
Samuel will speak for the town and its scholars. Riva will dispute his cause.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, it was your father who opened the...
The Bright Wall Academy will be open to all who wish to learn.
The Bright Wall Academy shall be reopened, and Albion will once again have a free centre of learning.
Oh, thank you, Your Majesty. This is the start of a new day for us all.
Very well. I will make the arrangements at once. Stimulate your intellect in the newly reopened Brightwall Academy. Suckle the knowledge from the land's greatest minds and avail yourself of the best library ever assembled. Everyone, from the most impoverished genius to the wealthiest idiot, is welcome. Brightwall Academy. Whatever you earn, it's the place to learn.
The court summons Page and Riva. The matter before you today is the future of Bower Lake. Riva will offer his proposal. Page will stand against him.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, a recent survey of Bower Lake has found that the waterbed is rich in valuable metals. Now, as amusing as it would be to make workers hold their breath as they mine these resources, I fear it would be impractical. Instead, we have no choice but to dam the river and drain the lake of all water. Once that is done, we will have a ready-made quarry, ripe for the plucking. It will be a pity to disfigure the landscape so close to my former home, but it is a sensible course of action in light of our current needs.
Bower Lake is the last piece of natural beauty remaining in Bowerstone. It belongs to our history and should be protected. Don't take it away from us. You'll be taking away part of this city's soul with it.
Oh, really?
Now that we've finally freed the people of this city, are we going to destroy the one place they can find peace?
The decision is yours to make, Your Majesty.
Page is right. We must protect our natural resources. Bower Lake is to be left untouched.
The king has ruled. Bower Lake's natural beauty is hereby protected by order of the crown.
Thank you. Let's show the world Albion is worth defending.
Is a pretty view worth more than a treasury full of gold? I bow to your greater wisdom. As someone whose home has overlooked the resplendent Bower Lake, I am pleased to declare the official protection of this natural wonder. May its water drown anyone who doesn't appreciate its beauty.
I trust the court was not too dull today. In any case, I'm confident your final task will be most enjoyable. A loyal and wealthy member of our community has offered to make a sizable donation to our treasury. Her only request is that you go to Millfields to make the collection in person. A perfect chance to stretch your legs, Your Majesty.
Come back if you have anything else to sell.
Happy to be of service. The beauty of my work is that everyone can understand it. That, and it's beautiful.
Sir.
I give hard cash for your unwanted goods, on the spot.
Ah, my lord. One day, my paintings will hang in every home in Albion. 1 in 20, anyway.
Wow!
Your Majesty, may I present you with this?
I'm glad you came by.
Business has never been better. I can hardly believe...
Oh, here you are then. I'm sorry, it's awfully hard to concentrate on my letter. With all that noise, I get through half of it and then I find I'm writing, "I had it off with your mum," or some other horrible thing.
If your singing voice isn't too squeaky, you could make some coin as a bard.
Ah, I really appreciate it.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Hey there.
At your command.
I'm going to go to the academy and do some...
Still not happy with that last one. Not enough light. The beauty of my work is that everyone can understand it. That, and it's beautiful.
This shop is owned by an adventurer, you know. That means it's extra special.
That's a fine item. Always happy to buy your unwanted items. Do you have anything I can buy off you?
Wow! Hi!
One day, my paintings will hang in every home in Albion. 1 in 20, anyway.
Melee weapons of all sorts.
Oh, please, please, great hero. Can I have your autograph? Please? Oh, wow. Hello.
Your best
Great
beer, please.
gift. I want to be just like you when I grow up.
Thanks.
It's you! It's really, really, really you! Hi! Woo!
Hey!
Oh.
That's it.
Oh, that's good, Your Highness. Very... Oh.
Come here.
Oh, heavens.
Oh, you're such a darling.
Another criminal on the loose. The beauty of my work is that everyone can understand it. That, and it's beautiful.
Want to buy from a great adventurer? Then shop here!
That's great. With your help, we'll get the criminal scum off our streets once and for all. One day, my paintings will hang in every home in Albion. 1 in 20, anyway.
Yippee!
I trust you're well.
Yippee!
Oh, bloody gods! If they hadn't sent a hero like you, I'd have got clean away. Okay, I might as well tag along.
Is there a good pub nearby?
Still not happy with that last one. Not enough light.
Show some mercy. It's not my fault. It's me upbringing. Society was against me. They made me what I am.
Aha! The underpants thief nabbed at last. We'll all be able to rest easier in our beds tonight. Will hang in every home Fine job, Albion. Thank you. 1 in 20. I'll let you know if we need your help again. Still not happy with that last one. Not enough light.
Our potions are guaranteed to be 100% safe.
The beauty of my work is that everyone can understand it. That, and it's beautiful. Still not happy with that last one. Not enough light.
Want some healthy drink?
One day, my paintings will hang in every home in Albion. 1 in 20, anyway. One day, my paintings will hang...
stones are quite
Best of Bowerstone,
we
right
have our
here.
rulers
Hi,
to
big
thank
shot.
for.
Well met, my lord.
Greetings, my lord.
You
Is
are
all
well,
well,
my lord.
Watcher! Your Majesty.
I'm so
Hello,
glad.
Sir.
handsome.
Always
I suppose such a
Place is
delight
all right.
to use, like
Spending your money
places
helps the
like
economy, you know.
Yeah,
And me.
I get ya.
Hello. Great.
Bowerstone's best products.
It's you! It's really, really, really you! Hi! Woohoo!
I just need a little
We had a
bit
couple
of
of
gold.
rough patches, but at the moment we're doing okay.
Hi!
Hello.
I'm lucky to have a friend like you.
Gosh.
You're a good
Hello
listener, you know.
there, Your Majesty.
Greetings, my lord.
Your Majesty?
Hi there, darling.
Glad you came by.
I'm free to give you a jump in the market.
Romantic presents. Kind presents.
We have them all.
I
can't find off
especially the ladies.
You want
Money coming into this town. A little's even coming through my door.
First experience of my life. Hello, your majesty. I think not.
Who wants your silly autograph
Hey,
anyway?
you.
Cool!
Ah.
He's really likable.
Show me, show me.
Hello, superhero. Wow.
I'm sure you're a better
Good to
adventurer
see
than
you, Your
anyway.
Majesty.
Not good at all.
There can't be many as strong as you.
Hello, your lordship. Hello. I'm a sweet little boy.
About something else.
Spending your money
Bowerstone's
helps the
best
economy, you
products.
know. And me.
We had a couple of rough
The shop's
patches, but at the
doing
moment...
People are ravenous for these horrid paintings. It's even better than I thought. Oh, isn't art wonderful?
I'm Bowerstone's most trustworthy salesman. Ask anybody.
I've always had to fend off the men with a stick. But last week it broke, so I'm thinking I'm going to get a sword. I've got a mate like you.
You are looking well.
You got gold to spare?
Everything you could possibly need and much more. Right here.
The king has reopened the academy
There must be some work going for that.
I heard that Morningwood Camp is the place for that. I'm in the market for a clean.
Have a look around.
Come have a look.
I have
You're sure to find
Bowerstone's
something.
finest
Thank you.
items. I'm not going to drink the
They've got
money.
a sale on.
I'm not stupid. I'm going to spend.
The best-selling items in all of Bowerstone.
Hello, your lordship.
Hey, it's you.
Always a joy to see you, Your Royal Grand.
Hi, big shot.
The rapidity with which industry has developed in Albion is nothing short of extraordinary. One need only visit one of Bowerstone Industrial's great factories to witness the majesty of modern technology in action. However, while visiting a factory, one must be aware of one's surroundings. Stand too close to exposed machinery, and one could lose a finger or even an arm. Or a spouse. And what was ultimately ruled to be a regrettable accident, wherein no party was at fault.
You're inspiring, Your Majesty. Someone we can all look up to. I haven't been able to feed my family for too long. This will really help.
Your Majesty.
You're that celebrity dog, aren't you?
I trust you're well, sir. Helping the less fortunate is a great way to stop them going on a violent crime about the shortage.
It's quite significant.
The economy's doing well. I'm hoping I'll get a pay rise.
I should really have a good solid weapon.
Just down on my luck here.
We had a couple of rough patches, but at the moment we're doing okay.
Yay!
The best fights are up close, and I have the tools.
Would you give me your autograph, Your Majesty? Please, you have to. Oh, wow. Hello. Wow, it's the king.
If you find we're out of stock on anything, try again a few days later.
You're a very nice person. Yippee! Hooray!
Oh, let me give you a tash. Come on!
Just so good.
Most expensive prices ever, yes. But you're the richest you've ever been.
Ga, ga, ga. Oh, I love it. Thank you.
Time for shops.
Do you have anything I can buy off you?
Hooray!
Thanks very much, love. Come back anytime.
Always enjoy to see
Never
you,
thought the
Your
town
Royal
would be
Highness.
this rich. Wait till you see my prices.
Woohoo!
Good morning. I mean, afternoon. No, sorry, evening. What time is it anyway?
Hello. Great.
I'll buy anything. Well, almost anything.
This is royal magnificence.
Close until tomorrow.
At your orders.
At your orders, sir.
Getting struck by lightning is a very bad thing. Usually it'll kill you outright. You have a 1 in 2 million chance of being struck by lightning. The best defense is never to go outside during a storm. Even safer, don't go outside at all, ever. Find a nice big building like an observatory and just hide in there.